Libra, this is your week ahead tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is an intuitive message for Libra sun, moon, and rising sign. It's an energy reading, and it's your reading. So you take it when and how and where it resonates in your life, Libra. Oh my God. Okay, there's a lot going on. Okay. It's a timeless reading, so you call in the energy when the message is meant for you. There are hundreds of messages on this YouTube channel. Check them out. If they call to you, you're meant to hear them. It's that easy. If you're looking for personal readings, I do those. You just go to my website, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. You can schedule, book, peruse, all over there on the website. Okay, two things pop out. And I gotta say, they imply a lack of industriousness. And I'll show you why. So the two cards that have popped out are this one right here in reverse, as well as Bring a Gentle Touch in reverse. So we've either got an arrogance, like a superficiality of I've done more work, I think I've done more work, and I think I've done better work than I really did, right? Or that's somebody that you're dealing with. Or we have this sense of you still got a lot more to go. Or there was this sense of lack of success, right? And now there could be an anger or a frustration that has happened because of a consummate lack of success or not seeing any progress moving forward. It's really interesting because this is Leo energy and this is Virgo energy. So we have those two energies leading up to your season, and ultimately there is that sense right now of stagnation, of feeling like I'm not getting anywhere. And it may just be that you're taking things personally, sure. It may just be this energy of expecting too much too soon. We have been in retrograde season. Venus just came out of retrograde recently. Mars is coming out this week. So things haven't been going fast. They have been in a stall. But by the end of this week, we're going to see Mars has always been moving direct. Venus joined him. Mercury is going to start moving. So we have 3 inner planets starting to move direct now. And then as we get into October, we'll start to see Pluto and then followed by Saturn starting to move direct. So things are starting to pick up. The expectation may be what is really frustrating you. So I just want to let you know that there's a lot more cards to go, first of all, but that could also be it. Of course he does. Of course he does. Spirit has a plan. This is all the sit and watch and wait. And I know there's clearly anxiety that is rising from this frustration, to the point where, yeah, something might be breaking apart, breaking up. You're not having it anymore. You're not going to be gentle. You're tired of some stuff. Maybe something also didn't work out for you. There could have been a breakup or something like that. And now there's just this sense of, I'm not having it anymore. But this is sort of that judgmental tone of, okay, I put this test in front of you. How are you going to deal with it? Because if you have faith in me, you deal with it with grace. And that's not letting people get away with bullshit with you. But there's just this sense of maybe that push to keep pushing, maybe that anger wouldn't happen when you know that there's something going on that maybe you just don't see and you just don't understand yet. And it's the surface stuff that's frustrating, but if you dig deeper, you'll start to realize this is connected to a bigger thing. All right, we got a bunch of cards here, and I don't even know how they wanted to come out. We have time for a beginner mind. We were a little bit prickly with that, right? Be here now. Trouble being in the present moment, trouble being in the here and now. And I think that's because we're always looking into the future. I feel like Yoda You know, it's like your mind is always in the future and it's never where you are at this moment. So a tough, probably because it has been tough and it has been frustrating. And why would I want to spend time where I'm irritated? But ultimately, it's because there's a lesson that's trying to be taught. And ultimately, have you learned it? Or have you just tried to avoid it by jumping? So, okay, hold on. We still got more. I know I'm frustrating you. I know. I get it. You see clearly. Oh, okay, let me get the other cards first. There's all this other stuff. Dream the world into being. Yeah, you were future focused. And so being where you are now, and that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, especially when you got goals, you got objectives. There you go. Dream the world into being. You want it up and running, but you know what's keeping you, making it seem slow? What's happening here and now? Not wanting to appreciate the moment or be where you are. Or just the fact that things were slower for a second. Act as if. Fake it till you make it, baby. Act as if. But it's not like act as if I already have it or, I already am it. It's act as if I'm already happy. Act as if there's already stuff to smile about because it's true. And that kind of change inside of you changes everything about you. But we have dream the world into being and act as if. So there could have been some fakeness here. There could have been some sense of I'm pretending that I'm something I'm not, which is why I'm frustrating. I'm not where I want to be because I tried to skip over where I was and now I don't want to go back because it feels like failure. But is it? Sing your own song. Now, this usually implies independence. Maybe that's what you were trying to be. Get independence. Be independent. But were you going about it in a way that you were getting through the tough stuff, or you were trying to have independence from the tough stuff? Okay, it's a fair question. Be fearless and bold. Now that doesn't mean bitch and moan, and it doesn't mean you're not being fearless and you're not being bold when you're trying to skim over the hardships. Be fearless and bold is it's time to confront these things. And as soon as you do, you'll recognize something that you haven't seen before. And I think that that's where we're leading up to. That's what everything was leading up to right now. You'll see that Spirit has a reason why he's frustrating the crap out of you, why you are where you are. You're going to see really clearly why all of this was happening. And if you internalize that frustration, not to the point of anxiety, but to the point of let me be brave, let me be bold, let me not be scared of where Spirit is trying to direct me. Because for all you know, the unexpected is exactly where you need to go to get to where you want to be. But the road you think you're supposed to take is actually the bridge is out. And this redirection of sorts, Libra, isn't a slight on you. It's trying to help you. Sometimes we do have to take 2 steps back and go around something. Not to avoid it, but to actually, that's the only way to go. And it's hard. It takes like a hit to an ego. It feels like we're retrograding. It's exactly what we were doing. So this is cosmic in a way. Cosmically designed. You'll understand exactly what for. Hold on. Now, I know that's all kinds of up in the air. Let's get a moon card. Remember, there's always an extended reading, and I hope you guys will join me for it. The links are below. That's at the end of this reading. Hold your vision. That's the moon card. We have a new moon on the 14th. Beautiful energy. Work through your fears. Let's show you the cards. So we have hold your vision. Halfway there may feel like I'm not there at all, but you are, and you don't have to ever travel the road that you traveled before. I explained this to another zodiac sign for a while, but it's like you've leveled up And when you first level up, it feels like, whoa, I'm on a whole new level. That's so cool, man. But then it's like you were on this upward slope and you were feeling real good, and then you crashed. But you're not going to crash back down to the other level. You're still higher than you were. You're just, the new level is now the new norm. And that's, I think, the issue. Hold your vision. You're halfway there. You're halfway there. We have worked through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. And interestingly enough, you are good enough. So what are your primary fears right now? Especially when it comes to how good you feel about yourself. And then think back a little bit too, you are good enough. That full moon in Virgo that happened in Pisces season. Maybe check back and say, what were you doing around that time? Because we're having a new moon in Virgo now. And whatever happened around that full moon in Virgo, there's a new start or a new beginning. As long as you were able to let something go, especially when it comes to work or something, part of your process, something you were committed to, something you've dedicated a lot of time for. This is a sense of you are good enough. But maybe you needed the time to be cultivated to get to the point where now you can welcome in something new. And you're just at that end of your line where you're like, I'm done. This is my final frickin' nerve. Keep moving forward. Keep heading through, because I think you're a lot further along than you think you are. Let's keep going. Let's dig deeper into the reading. What do you need to tell, Libra? Specifics, please. What is all this about? Strength. Your strength is compromised. So, okay. It's like facing your fears. Have you really faced your fears? It's almost like God wanted you to face your fears. Like you were riding real high, and then it was like, okay, let me make sure that they remember how to be humble. And so it brought up some fears. And what is that fear of attachment? Fear that comes from attachment. Were you really grateful for something, or did you get attached to how good it made you feel? Because that attachment, when it starts to come apart, or when you start to see something decline, you start to see yourself losing. It's not losing, it's spirit trying to make you realize where your real strength and real gratitude should be coming from, as opposed to, like depending upon all the, and you're Libra, let's face it, I'm a Libra rising. We could be shallow as fuck. It's all about the money or the bling. And it's like, but that's not it. That's the superfluous. And when that stuff starts being taken away and you start really getting agitated and then you start chasing it, now you're wasting money that you should, you're wasting time on something that you should be, when you should be just keep it on moving forward. It's distracting you. And that's why you stop getting far. Because making up for that other material stuff wasted your time, distracted you. You're losing your strength instead of facing your fears. Or just simply this, you had to face those fears. You had to be put to the test. And you had to proceed in faith. This is real Book of Job stuff. That sense of being tested to see just how much can be taken from you and you would still maintain your faith. And it's an act of faith. Now, this could mean that somebody's about to offer you something, a cup of love. It could be romantic, could just be supportive, but there is this sense of, are you strong enough to know that you deserve it and to know that you're worth it? Because it seems like you have felt degraded. And maybe you're believing that based on bullshit. Because everybody goes through it. At your weakest moment, can you reconnect with faith, compassion, and kindness? Libra, we have a new beginning. Yeah, you're going to get a new announcement, a new message, maybe a new idea, a new passion, something brand new that you're starting. And do you have enough faith in yourself to start new, to start from scratch? Because you know what? The shit that you keep working on is not going anywhere. And that's really discouraged you. And Spirit is saying, don't be discouraged, Libra. Don't be discouraged, because you have, how about something brand new? How about something that you've never done before? This is a time to try to help you grow, especially since the South Node is in Libra. South Node makes you real cozy and real comfortable, but it doesn't help you grow. So for the next 18 months, there's going to be that sense of anything that tries to get you out of your comfort zone and make you grow is the enemy. And that's not true. Not by a long shot. It's asking, it wants you to do something new. The way to level up to the next level is you gotta do something new. What is this new? Oh, it's gonna lead to good shit. It's that new. It's that new direction. It's that new opportunity. There is a beautiful new opportunity that's coming in. So there's good news toward the end of this week. That's saying all this craziness and all this crap and all this being held back and getting frustrated. There's a new little gift coming for you at the end. It's a new start, a new interest, and it's helping you start with a fresh mind. You know, without your arrogance, to come into a situation completely renewed so you can feel the joy of it again. Let's go to the extended. I'll see you guys there.